Stephen Hawking is considered one of the best astrophysicists of all time. He has solved many mysteries of the universe in his amazing life. But when he asked what is the mystery that he thinks about the most and that he never understands, and in response he said WOMAN, woman. He used to say that women are very complex mystery which is not easy for everyone to understand. And not only Hawking, but apart from him, many scientists, many comedians also do not understand women. So their personal life is never good and neither are they able to be happy. Research shows how important it is to have a relationship for success and happiness. That is why it is very important that we understand women. And for this, I will share from the book The Men's Guide to Women by author John. Today I will break many of your myths and tell you what exactly a woman needs. What are the things about women? What are the things about a man that attracts women? I will tell you what are the common mistakes that man makes due to which the relationship are never good. I will also tell you about a special method with the help of which you can solve all the problems of your relationship. So let's begin. The number one thing a woman wants in men. If I ask you, what is the thing that a woman looks for a man? So maximum people will say money. In response to this, girls see how rich the guy is, what job he does, how much money he earns, or see how handsome the guy is, how good he looks, right? Knowing this, you may not believe, but this thing is not true at all. I ask you, have you ever seen a bad looking guy with a good looking girl? I have seen it many times, and I have also thought that what she has seen in that boy. And similarly, I have also seen good girls with boys with bad financial condition. The truth is that money and looks are not as important as people think, but this confusion happens to everyone and I did too. I also don't know about the truth like most of the people, which I will tell you now. But to understand this, we have to go a long way in time. 100 years ago, when survival was very difficult for humans, the responsibility of keeping women and their children safe was the responsibility of men, because obviously they were strong. They kept them safe from animals and other troubles. That's why at that time the woman used to choose the man she could trust. Trust means this man will be with me when I need it, and they were usually alphas. That is why the safety of her and her children used to depend on partner. Trustworthiness for their partner, which still matters a lot. Father is very important and play crucial role on the health and success of the child. Research shows that when a father is not with his son, the chances are up to 5 times that his son will live in poverty. There are 3 times more chances that child will fail in school. Chances are increased up to 2 times that child will face emotional problems. Sometimes drugs, suicide, crime can involve in all these too. That's why the thing that attracts the woman most is the trustworthy of the men. Because a woman asks herself consciously and subconsciously whether this man will be on time for me or not. And can I depend on? And trust does not mean not to cheat a woman, not to look at any other girl. Author says that trustworthy means having these 2 things. The first thing, what you say is, are you the same person? And secondly, what you say, do you really do what you do? It is both the thing that boys do best. The same boys find girls most attractive. Apart from this, there are 3 other things that girls look for in boys, which also attracts them towards people. First, confidence. Second, intelligence. And third, social status. Starting from the third, social status here can mean anything. A person can also have less money, but if he has good social status in one field also, women can easily get attracted towards him. For example, a boy is a very good dancer. Some people look up to very well, at least in the field of dance. This also make him attractive. Talking about the intelligence, the author is speaking about which girls is interested. For example, suppose a girl who was interested in coding will like programmers. Talking about confidence, according to me, this thing comes only in trustworthiness. I told the second point of trustworthiness, do what you have to say. So let me explain this. Many times a girl will like a guy who has money, because in today's time it is very important, which is necessary for people's survival and their happiness. That's why it becomes easier for boys with money to do what they have to say, and usually those people remain confident because of money, and that's why they tell themselves as they are because of money. Whereas people with less money consider themselves less, remain unconfident, due to which they do not live as they speak, and they are not able to accomplish that thing because of money. Hence their trustworthiness factor gets reduced confused, but still you understand that being rich is not the main thing. Trustworthiness and being dependable is important if you make a girl feel that she will like you for sure. Even after this, I will suggest you to be rich. This thing will be good not only for the girls but for you and your family. Practical actions to make feel trustworthiness. Some practical sweet gestures and some actions that will make you a trustable person, which you have seen many times on TVs too, like opening the door for a girl, pulling the chair back for her, keeping her away from the car while walking on the road. All these things girls like it very much and make them feel trustworthy. And along with this, boys like to maintain themselves hygiene, which girls also like, because a boy who cannot take care of himself, how he will take care of others? This question comes to the mind of girls. That's why be clean and have accountability. Do what you say. All these little things make him feel safe and subconsciously so that you are a trustworthy person. Two major complaints women usually have. Julia and Nick have been in a relationship for 3 years, but they notice that their talk has been much less than before. And they are just fighting because they start quarreling over every matter, due to which, despite being in a relationship, she feels that she is living alone. While the boy finds this thing frustrating because of this, the relationship starts getting worse and one day they break up. These things have become very common nowadays. Research shows that two things girls complain about the most are saying he'll never be there for me and not enough intimation and connection. And on the other hand, there are complaints of boys. First, girls unnecessarily fight with them, and second, they are not as physical as they should be. To solve all these problems, the author tells the boys to use a method, and the name of that method is attunement. Just like you have to tune into the right channel to listen to the song on the radio, just like that you must attune your emotion to make your relationship work. Because a person who will learn to attune well, they can fulfill any need of their partner, due to which the fight will be less and the need of both will be fulfilled. Attune up. As mentioned earlier, the one trait a woman needs the most in the man is trustworthiness, and trust is built by the emotional connection. Attunement is a simple answer to build an emotional connection. When a girl talks to maximum boys, tells her problems, then they try to do one of these 5 things. First, minimize them, meaning they speak of that problem in such a way that it is not a problem at all. Second, fix it. He gives a simple solution to that problem. Third, distract. He tells her to forget that problem. Fourth, fun. He makes fun of that problem. Or fifth, ignore. They completely ignore the matter. These 5 methods are absolutely bad for girls. Whenever a girl talks about a problem or is upset, just remind yourself of this acronym, which is ATTUNE, attune, where A stands for attend, means give your undivided attention. For example, when your partner talks to you, then instead of being engaged in the mobile, keep the mobile on the side and talk to them. And even if you feel that your partner is not so important, then still listen to her, because that can be important for her, and also because of this simple action, so that you care for her. TT stands for turns towards. When talking to a person, you will expect that the person in front should talk to him face to face. Especially when you talk to your partner, talk with your eyes in their eyes. With this, you will find them interested in their talk and what makes them feel very special. You stand to understand. It doesn't matter what your partner is talking to you. The thing that is matter the most is understanding. You understand them, and you can understand them by only when you ask them questions, because she is not asking you for a solution by telling her problem, but she just wants to share her feelings with you. That's why instead of giving solutions, you ask them questions, and stand for non-defensive listening. If you follow all the step methods so far, then it is a great thing, but it does not happen usually. For example, if your partners tell you to switch off the mobile and talk to me, then usually boys start fighting instead of listening. I'm working, I'm busy. They give justification, which then becomes argument and becomes a fight. Usually we overreact in anger. But whenever you get angry, remember that a person can keep himself calm inside anger. That person is usually a person who builds successful relationships. He goes along why not only with his partner but also in his professional life. That's why learn to control your anger. E stands for empathize. Many people may get confused in empathizing and understanding, but in actual both are different. Understanding is an intelligent thing, whereas empathy is an emotional thing. At this point, you have to feel that what your partner is feeling without thinking whether it is right or wrong. You have to feel their anger. Here, you have to show that you understand how she is feeling, which is a very magical thing to strengthen any relationship. And when you do all these things, you can solve many problems in your relationships. I hope you guys like the video. If you find this video informative, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And make sure to click the bell icon to stay updated with our latest updates. And also comment down below which book summary you would like us to cover next. Happy reading.